Okay. Stacie, thank you so much for taking the time with me. I'm excited, but a little, kind of anxious. There's a few things that I've been thinking about since you walked through the property with me. But one question that I had, when do you suggest, like, I'm not in a big hurry, but I truly appreciate your advice. When do you think it would be the ideal time to list my home?
Sure. Okay. Thanks for asking. I have a couple of recommendations. Number one, I would say, and then you can think about this and decide what would work best for you based on what you have going on. But if you wanted to, go into 2025, like in your next chapter in your new home, and have already closed this out, then I would recommend we get this home on the market by end of October or first week of November at the latest. Reason being, we don't want to inch
Okay.
up on the holiday, and we kind of want to avoid those freezing temperatures and potential snow for listing photography, for just getting buyer activity out to your property. The other option would be
Makes
if you're
sense.
really, yeah, if you're really not in a rush, then we can, we can set this on a more easygoing pace and get your home ready for market and be ready to go and list like end of February, early March. So then we'd have you moved by spring of 2025. So really just depends on your preference.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I don't know if I want to be during the holidays. I like to drink my eggnog and relax. So I don't know if I'd want people coming in and out.
Absolutely.
Let's
I
see here.
totally get that.
So the other question that I have is, since you walked through the house, what improvements or changes do you recommend that I make? It's just important that I get top dollar for this property. It's kind of it's what's going to spearhead us to our next move. So I need as much as I can get from this property so we can make the move.
Yeah.
What improvements do you recommend?
Yeah, thanks for asking. And I have a bullet pointed list that I'm going to shoot over to you in email after we conclude this meeting. But just to name a couple of those items, um, if it's in your budget, and we did talk about this, I think that it would be potentially in your budget. Um, I would recommend putting a fresh coat of paint in certain areas of your home, like the main living area, the living room hallways, and then up in a couple of the bedrooms where you have some bolder colors, if we can replace those with like a popular neutral tone, and I can also send you the top five paint colors for this year, 2024. So we just want to have your home be as crisp, clean, and inviting to all of the potential buyers. So paint is one of the lowest cost improvements you can make to a home that will give you the highest return at closing. So I would
Yeah.
definitely recommend that. And then I can help you get that sorted out. I have a contractor list with some excellent painters with great rates. Then also,
Okay.
uh, I your carpet's only a couple of years old and it's really in overall pretty good shape, but you do have a couple of pets in the home. So I'd recommend getting all of your carpets shampooed, and then your hard floors that professionally steam cleaned. I know Zero Res does both of those things. Um, and then in your living room, high traffic area, if you can and I have a great carpet guy who can come in and stretch those carpets. And I think your carpets would end up looking like new if we just do that. And then a good hardy landscape cleanup, just to really give, and I'll bring potted plants to put up on your front patio and some hanging plants. So that'll be really pretty. We just want to have like instant curb appeal when the buyers pull up.
Okay. Okay. Well, that doesn't sound too hard. I was thinking about painting anyhow, so that's a good
Oh,
idea,
good.
and I will look forward to that list. So the other thing that I wanted to know is, like, once we're on the market, how are you going to market the property? How are you going to get exposure to the the active home that we'll have on the market.
Yeah, sure. So, did you get, well, I know that you got it, but have you had a chance to look over the listing guide of mine that I dropped off in that pre-listing box to your house, a few days ago?
Yes, I did.
Okay, perfect.
I did glaze through it.
Okay, so I'll just give you a quick overview of the marketing and then you can dive into that deeper. It's about halfway through the guide, but you'll find where my marketing is focused, and I try to hit every point that a buyer might be looking at. So I cover the directional signs leading from the main street out to all the way to your doorstep, as well as a flyer in the flyer box. So those are kind of the hard physical marketing that you'll see, along with marketing to your neighborhood. I do also do phone calls and occasional postcards or door knocking to the neighbors, especially around open house time. And then I hit it really heavy online because most home shopping is taking place online today. So I hit social media on Facebook and Instagram. I have a YouTube channel where I will be putting your listing video as well. You'll have a custom landing page specifically for your home. And then
Nice.
your listing will also be featured on my brokerage's social media, so it'll be shared out to
Okay.
everyone who follows them. And then you'll also have ads that will be targeted to our target audience, on a number of websites. So
Okay.
you'll be everywhere.
Okay. Well, that sounds exciting. It's going to be famous.
Yeah, your house is going to be
Okay. Well,
locally famous.
exciting. So I guess at this point, then, what are the next steps if I choose to work with you? I know that I kind of wanted to hear what you have to say in reference to the pricing. Did you have something that you were going to share with me in reference to uh, pricing? And then I guess from there, I want to go with next steps. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So I need to share my screen here with you, and I will share this market analysis that I put together.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, can you see everything here?
Oh, yes, I do. I see.
Okay, great. Let me make this larger. I'm going to share with you just real quickly here, some recently
Okay.
sold and pending properties in your neighborhood, as well as like the surrounding neighborhoods, but all within a couple of miles of your house, and all of the data
Okay.
that goes along with that. And then I have some net proceeds um, to share with you as well. Okay, so here we have the comparative market analysis for your house. I start with just an opening letter, and you'll be able to really dive into all of this on your own. There's just one paragraph in here that I want to share with you together, and that's just it starts right here saying, I want to make sure you're aware of the current state of our real estate market here locally. We're experiencing a high rate of price reductions on listings here in Pierce County. Um, this occurrence indicates that sellers are pricing their homes a little too high at the start. And even the data that we use to help guide us in pricing uh, are sort of steering us a little too high right now. So if we're listening to the market, which is really what we need to be doing, and what I'll be doing, if we're listening to the market, we want to be very wise with our pricing strategy. And so I'm going to talk to you more about that throughout our appointment. But I just want to preface this presentation with that in mind, that we really want to be mindful of pricing, so that I mean, in order to get you top dollar, we just have to pricing strategy is all the way up there at the top with selling your home quickly and for top dollar. So here
Okay.
we have a map.
Okay.
Yeah. This purple little house here, that's you. Okay, and then these red,
Oh,
yeah, these red icons are the recently sold properties near your home. The yellow are pending, which means that they have a buyer in contract, but they're not yet closed. And then this one green guy is
Okay.
an active listing, and it's actually right down the street from your house. So
It
they have got,
is.
yep, it is. It's right there in your neighborhood. Actually, a couple of these are. All three of these
Awesome.
are in your HOA. Yeah. So here you just have a quick breakdown of each of these listings so you can get an idea of where they stack up in comparison to your home with size, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, all that. And then we just,
Okay.
yeah,
Gosh, it looks one of these are looks very familiar, like it's right down the street, literally.
this one is right down the street from your house, actually. Um, or
Oh,
I believe so. Yep, it sold in June for 516.5. One thing that we really want to pay close
okay.
attention to is days on market. So we see this one was on the market for 21 days. And if you look down here, you'll see
Okay.
its original list price was 525 and they closed at
Okay.
516.5.
There
And
it is. You said it already. There's price reductions happen,
yep,
right?
right, exactly. You can see, so I like to really look at the pictures and see like, okay, what did they do great? What maybe could we do better? So here, this home is vacant. It looks overall pretty clean, which is great. So that's great. They did that great. I'm a huge fan of home staging, and statistically, home
Okay.
staging will garner you 5 to even 20% more than your unstaged competition. So, I think home stage could have done this house some favors. You also see some paint color choices that are, maybe not appealing to every buyer. Um, so next we have this one closed here at 520 on the market for 13 days. That's pretty good in this market. List price was 529.5. So again, you're seeing this one closed a little lower.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
So here you're going to see I made some adjustments. If you look at this next one on 71st Avenue Court East, it's closed at 5:35, but I did reach out to the listing agent on each of these homes, and this one had seller concessions. So where the seller actually netted was at a sale price of 524,500. And I did make
Got
notes
it.
here. So you can see this contract included $10,500 in seller concessions.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's awesome. You're able to get that information.
yeah, it's really helpful because you as a when you're, I bet you're looking a lot on Zillow and Redfin and all of that, and you see what these homes are selling for. And that will guide a homeowner to believe, well, I should list my house at that price or, for $10,000 more. But what you're not seeing is the seller concessions. And so we want to take that into account when we're thinking about where to list your home.
Right.
Also, home
That
appraisers.
makes sense.
Yeah, home appraisers are going to find out that information as well, and that is taken into account when appraising the value of your home. So these are things we want to be looking at. So here are the pictures of this one.
Wonderful.
I can tell you right now, my listing photography is leaps and bounds better than
I was gonna
some of
say
you guys.
this. I hope it doesn't look like that. It kind of looks very just right there. Everything is right
Yeah,
in your face.
yeah. Okay, this next one. Oh, I know this agent who sold this one. This one was is on 82nd Avenue Court East, pretty close to your house. Closed at 592. This was just in middle of August. It's
That
adjusted.
was a lot more. That was a lot more than the others.
Yeah, and I can actually show you part of the reason why this why I believe this home sold for more. First of all, you can see how clean and it has some staging inside, so that I truly believe that staging really warms up a home and like um gives a home buyer, especially the wife, the feeling of like, ooh, this is what we can do here, or I can envision us here. The other thing that really added value to this home is the huge detached shop garage in the back. And your home doesn't have
Wow,
that. You have a great two-car garage that's attached, but you don't, but we just want to keep that in mind when
that makes
comparing.
sense.
Yeah. But overall, that's a great one. Here's some more pictures. Sorry.
Nice big yard too. Yeah,
Yep, and then here's the next
awesome.
one here. This one is pending, so they haven't yet closed. I'm going to kind of whiz through this
Okay.
so we don't use up time, but you can see
Oh,
the
I like that.
adjustments here. Yep. This home is actually pending at a sale price of $555 with $9,000 in seller concessions. So it's adjusted price that it should close at in net sale price for the seller is 546. I want to
Awesome.
skip.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. This one is right down the street from your house. This is pending at, it's actually pending at list price 517,750, but they have $15,000 in seller concessions. So they're going to be netting at 502. And the last
Wow.
one,
Okay.
yeah, the last one that I want to share with you is this guy, which is right down the street from you. And it's a beautiful home. I've toured it. And if you look at days on market, it's been on the market for 46 days. Okay, and so its original list price, and it has not yet reduced. Its original list price was 564,950. And I'm going to show you the pictures of this home so you can see how beautiful it is. And then,
Okay.
it's just a matter of thinking about why. Why is this home still sitting here on the market? Because it's fairly well updated. It has some home staging inside. It looks clean. It's turnkey. It even has a fresh coat of paint on the outside. So that tells us the market is telling us very clearly that this home is overpriced.
Well, and I
Especially,
would say that based on what you've just shown me, that my thought is that it is overpriced considered, what is sold and the differences.
right,
So this
right down
is
the street from
awesome.
you.
This really helps me to
Good.
see where we're gonna probably go with our pricing.
Well,
So
great. I'm glad that's
yeah.
helpful. Do you have any questions for me after seeing all of that?
No, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for the full breakdown.
Yeah, we'll quickly whiz over to where I give a suggested list price range, which I know is what you really want is the information you're really wanting to know. So we have some analysis pages. You have this in hard copy, so you get to keep this. It's coil bound and you can dive into this on your own time and take notes, circle, whatever. But you can see the data broke down in a variety of ways for you to compare. You can see, um, excuse me, here we go. The average sale price per square foot at 263, average sale price of 541, 112 on the sold properties. Then on the pendings, which are our most recent ones that are in contract with a buyer, you can see that that average has come down a bit. So we're averaging around 533, 875. And then at adjusted net price, we're at 524, 375. This active one is more so an example of what not to do as opposed to something to follow.
Got it. So 564 is probably too high. I get that.
Yeah, yeah. The market
Okay.
is telling us, so we need to listen. So here's some more data for you to have a look at on your own
Okay.
time. These homes are averaging
Wonderful.
20 days on the market. That average is kind of brought up because of those couple of guys that were overpriced and sat on the market. So we don't want to aim for 20 days on the market. We want to aim for having you off the market within a couple of weeks. So here we are. We've got to our suggested list price range. So this, I just want to say also, this is Thus, what I would suggest if we were putting your home on the market today. So if you are going to sell your home in a month or 3 months from now, I'm going to be following and watching the market all the way up to that moment. And we can make adjustments, but this is based on the market today. I would recommend listing your home somewhere between 515 and 540. 540
Okay.
being at the higher end of that, and would probably require you to be successful at that number. It would require you to really follow every bullet point that I'm going to send to you in email.
Okay.
Okay, I have
Okay.
net proceed sheets that I'll be sharing with you um, at the low, mid, and high end of this range, so you can get an idea of what you
Okay.
would be taking home. Any questions for me?
No, this is wonderful.
Great.
Wonderful. I guess I'm just ready to see how much we would potentially get and sign on the dotted line.
Awesome. Yeah, so I guess you just need to talk it over with your husband and think about what your timeline is looking like. Do we want to get this on the market, in the next month or so, or would we rather wait until early spring? And really, both times can be successful for you. I can make it happen for you in a month from now, no problem. But it just
Okay.
depends on what, you guys have going on and what looks best for you.
Okay. Okay. I think we'll probably want to move quickly. I'm excited to, just get some things done. So if we can possibly shoot for the end of October, that would be great. Gives us a couple of weeks to get some paint done and the carpets cleared out, everything moved into our garage. And I'll
Awesome.
go through the list that you've sent over to us too.
Okay, great. So these last couple pages here just go over, this is just talking about me and my business. It has a couple of QR codes you can follow to watch a bio video about me and my business or to check out my Instagram account. I do give a lot of updates on the market on there. This page here talks about my brokerage and what we're about, just to educate you a little bit on Best Choice Realty. And then you have a contact page. So if you should lose my contact information in the other dozens of ways that you have it, you also have it here.
Awesome.
And I'm not sure if we have time to look over the listing guide in this appointment today, but are there any um, parts of that guide that you would like to go over?
No, I have it. You sent me the package, so that I did get a chance to glance through. You've actually answered all the questions that were most important to me. I guess, just would love to see, how much we're expected, based on the list price. And it sounds like we can probably I would like to not necessarily go for the higher end, but, kind of maybe right in the middle feels comfortable based on what you've shown me. So,
Sure.
but other than that, that's all.
Okay, great. Well, we'll want to talk over compensation packages, all of the terms of the listing agreement. If you're thinking you want to go forward, you might want to talk to your husband and decide for sure if you're wanting to list in the next month. If so, we want to get those things moving right away. So if you have any questions for me about that, we can address it. We can address it now.
Okay. I don't have any questions, but I will talk to him about, kind of which direction we're gonna go. Um, but I probably will be the one pushing him to get the paint out and let's get painting.
Okay, great. Well, how about we schedule a time, maybe if you have 10 minutes tomorrow or the next day, and we can just discuss what your collected decision is, and then I can get the listing agreement over to you to to sign, and we can go ahead and order title and start moving forward.
That sounds good. That sounds great. Actually,
Awesome.
if you could just give us through the weekend, that's yeah, just a couple days and then check in on let's do 10 minutes Monday morning.
That perfect. I'll put you down as 10 a.m. work.
Yes.
Okay. We'll do 10 a.m. on Monday morning, and I'll have the listing agreement ready. If any questions arise over the weekend while you guys are talking, don't hesitate to give me a call. I don't want you to wonder about something, or, I'd rather you just give me a call and I can answer your question, and that can help with your decision-making process. So,
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
absolutely. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen there.
Okay.
Okay.